There, it's me, your old friend Texas Granny. Whew. Can you believe that we have survived the first 100 days of this administration? We did, didn't we? Oh, how's everyone doing? Are you hanging in there? Oh, now, we knew it was going to be bad. After all, the MAGA crowd told us what they'd do if they got power back, and that it'd be done faster than a dog could wag its tail. But I'm guessing some folks just didn't believe it. Luckily, my 2025 has been a very busy year so far. I've been immersed in several creative projects, surrounded by my clan of select family, talented friends, and loyal companions, and several dogs. It's been a good blend of the arts and some travel and some activism. I've been to grandkids' band concerts, baseball games, and birthday celebrations. Anything I can to keep myself balanced and grounded in the midst of the constant chaos that is American politics. But try as I may to walk that fine line between wanting to stay informed and wanting to stay zen, a few things creep into my world from time to time and upset my apple cart. They told us it was going to get bad fast, and that's exactly what happened. 100 days to give the wealthiest man in the world access to our Treasury Department, shut down USAID, which crippled the American farm industry, fire anyone who dared try to hold Trump accountable for many of his chronic crimes, and then kick legit news outlets out of the Pentagon in favor of MAGA megaphones. 100 days, and they've removed CDC data, tried to create an autism registry, and allowed a measles outbreak to spread across the nation, which now includes my hometown here in Texas. 100 days. In 100 days, they've condemned an Episcopal bishop for asking them to use mercy and care as they set up their concentration camps for migrants. In 100 days, this administration has obliterated DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, from federal agencies and institutions, including state-funded colleges and universities. You know what stemmed from DEI besides pay equity and transparency? Closed captions on my TV machine. Ramps and curb cuts for folks who can't get around so well. And some things I would have loved to have had 40 years ago. Parental leave and changing tables in public restrooms. But that DEI is too woke for the MAGA church folks. 100 days to get to the point that the President of the United States, when told by the Supreme Court that he must use due process before any citizen could be trafficked to a foreign country, he defied the courts. Republicans are now so dismissive of due process, even though it is literally the only reason the convicted felon Trump is not in jail right now. In 100 days, 46 cases for his cruel and damaging policies have been blocked by federal judges, mostly appointed by Republicans. And now they're arresting judges who try to support the rule of law if they go against what this retribution president is trying to do. In 100 days, they've created confusion and chaos in every area of our economic systems. By playing politics with Trump tariff taxes, he's manipulated the markets and is sending us crashing into a recession. After 4 years of record economic progress under President Joe Biden. But no one around Trump is going to tell him how dangerous his Trump tariff tax is. He has surrounded himself with yes men who will not give him the truth in order to save their jobs. But I digress. And by the way, you know that Mexico supplies us with 47% of our fruit? in a country that doesn't want to give people health care or healthy food alternatives, now they want to raise the price of fruit. In 100 days, they've canceled several training programs to assist with mental health and suicide prevention at the VA because they included considerations for the LGBTQ communities. In 100 days, they've peddled cars, hats, and gold immigration passes from the White House, tried to felonize elected officials who vote against dear leaders' policies, and paid a foreign country millions of dollars not appropriated or approved by Congress to house American citizens wrongly sent to a horrible prison in El Salvador. You know, Christians go around the world to share the gospel while seeming to believe that those same people should not come here, and walls should be built to keep them out. If immigrants are such a drain on our economy, then why is ICE always raiding workplaces? And I'll tell you, non-citizens have no rights is a funny thing to be promoting a year before we host the FIFA World Cup. Don't you think? Now, I don't want sexual predators in any locker rooms or criminals running loose on the streets, but I also don't want them in the White House or Congress. If we're so worried about criminals walking around, what are we doing letting one sit in the Oval Office, manipulating our stock markets, and openly defying a court order? Now, if you're having trouble keeping up with which crimes can get you disappeared in the middle of the night, and which ones can get you into the Oval Office, you are not alone in your confusion. Here in Texas, we've got our own troubles, as I'm sure your state does too. Here in Texas, we're sending private education coupons to wealthy parents, using clergy as public school counselors, and banning books, pronouns, certain history and science, all while using the Bible as a textbook. Texas Republicans want to look up your skirt, track your vehicle, and monitor your mail to make sure you're supporting life, while they make sure that guns have more rights than women. So we've got work to do, but don't get bogged down in the 51st state, let's buy Greenland, take back Panama Canal, I may run for a third term, flies in your face distractions. Get out and join the next time there's a protest march. It'll do you good to see all the unfamiliar faces and realize these are your neighbors and they're as disgusted as we are with the state of our union. There's more of us than you think. So maybe these days cause some anxiety in you too, because I can feel it in the connective cosmic continuum that keeps us linked together in our quest. But I'm here to say, don't despair. Now, lots of local elections are going on these days, so that's a good way to get involved. Make some calls, write some emails, join some protests, but just remember to take some time for a little self-care along the way. Feed your creative soul. Find something that gives you joy. Tune out the insignificant noise. Do what you can, where you can, to try to let those who represent you know where you stand on many of these issues. Together, we'll get through this. Love you, Texas Granny.